What's the most cringe thing you've ever done that actually made people love you? I became the most popular guy in high school after spending 3 months pretending to be British. I had just moved to a new school after my dad's job transfer, and on my first day, I was so nervous that my voice cracked when introducing myself. The whole class burst out laughing. In that moment of panic, a weird British accent slipped out, something I'd picked up from watching too much Doctor Who. Instead of correcting myself, I just went with it. I told everyone I'd moved from London, and somehow they bought it. The next few weeks were absolute chaos. I spent hours each night watching British YouTubers, learning slang, and practicing the accent in my bathroom mirror. I started calling my backpack a rucksack and the elevator a lift. I even printed out a map of London and memorized street names in case anyone asked where I lived. My parents thought I'd lost my mind, but they played along when other kids were around. My dad would even fake a terrible British accent at parent-teacher conferences, though he sounded more Australian than anything else. The worst part was lunch period. I couldn't eat normal American food without breaking character, so I'd bring these elaborate British-looking lunches. My mom would pack shepherd's pie and tea biscuits, and I'd pretend to be disgusted by the cafeteria's American rubbish. Things got really complicated when Olivia, this really pretty girl, started sitting with me at lunch. She was obsessed with British culture and kept asking questions about London. I made up stories about living near Buckingham Palace and seeing the Queen at Tesco's. Every lie just led to more lies. One day, she asked me to help her with her British literature presentation. I spent the entire weekend researching obscure British authors just to sound authentic. When she got an A+, she hugged me in front of everyone, and suddenly I was the go-to guy for all things British. The drama club even begged me to help them with their accents for their production of Oliver Twist. I had no idea what I was doing, but I'd just say things like, "More posh, darling," and "Channel your inner queen," and somehow it worked. The breaking point came during the school talent show. Everyone pressured me to perform, expecting some amazing British act. In complete panic, I decided to do a traditional British folk dance that I completely made up on the spot. It was basically just me jumping around in a bowler hat while humming "God Save the Queen." To my horror, someone recorded it and posted it online. The video went viral in our town's community Facebook group. Local British expats were commenting things like, "What kind of British dance is this? And I've lived in London for 40 years and never seen this." I thought I was done for. But then something unexpected happened. A British exchange student, Jack, transferred to our school. Everyone excitedly pushed him toward me, expecting us to bond over our shared heritage. The moment he opened his mouth, I knew I was busted. But instead of exposing me, he pulled me aside and whispered, "Mate, that's the worst British accent I've ever heard. It's bloody hilarious." He found the whole thing so amusing that he offered to teach me a proper accent in exchange for helping him understand American high school culture. We became best friends, and he covered for me whenever I slipped up. He'd say things like, "Oh, he's from a very specific part of London," or "That's just how they talk in his neighborhood." The more ridiculous his explanations got, the more people loved us. Finally, at graduation, I decided to come clean during my valedictorian speech. I started in my fake British accent, then slowly transitioned back to my normal voice while telling the whole story. Instead of being angry, everyone laughed so hard that some teachers had tears in their eyes. The principal had to stop the ceremony for 5 minutes because people wouldn't stop chanting, "British boy, British boy." Even Olivia, who I'd been dating for a year by then, couldn't stop laughing. She admitted she'd known for months but found it too adorable to say anything.